Good morning, class. This is Chemistry, Class 9, Lesson number 8, and I'm your teacher, Fauzi Ali Banawaz. Today we will study about chemical species. There are many terms which needs to be cleared before we get into detailed chemistry in the rest of the chemistry course. Today we will discuss about how fragments are formed and how they behave. We are talking about the stuff which is never seen and observed. These are only images which are formed by X-ray analysis and by the help of electron microscope. The picture which is shown here is showing gathering of very small particles. If you guess, yes, this is the structure of atom in which few particles are concentrated. They are gathered in a high density in the central part, which is often called as nucleus, and negatively charged particles are revolving around this concentrated mass, making electronic clouds. Now, let me revise you what was atom defined as. Atom is the smallest particle of matter that takes part in a chemical reaction. And the very important thing to be revised here, that the size of the atom is very, very, very small, that it reaches to nanometer, 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter. It's a very smaller distance. And furthermore, the atom behaves as indivisible functional particle of matter, despite of its composition, that it is composed of positively charged particle, proton present in the nucleus, along with neutral particles, the heaviest particle of the atom, neutron, and the negatively charged particle is revolving around this nucleus. When atom takes part in any chemical change, or when matter undergoes chemical changes, not all of the particles take part in those normal chemical reactions. Only electron is that particle, subatomic particle, which behaves or which interacts. Now we sum up the definition of atom with molecule. The universe is made up of atoms which contains protons. Protons positively charged, neutrons with no charge or neutral, and electrons negatively charged. But the molecules behaves as a unit, and it is formed when two or more atoms bond together. If molecule contains atoms of different elements, then the substance is known as compound. Now, definition will become easier when we cover few examples. The atom is the smallest particle of matter, which consists of proton, neutron, and electron. But the molecule is the combination of atoms, may be same, may be different, which are chemically bonded. So as atom behaves as a unit, the molecule also behaves as a unit. Can you tell me how many molecules are shown in this picture? Yes, this is also a molecule in which 4 atoms are chemically bonded. Again a molecule, again a molecule, and again a molecule. Whenever you will be seeing chemical reaction between atoms, they make chemical associations or simply chemical bonds, they form a molecule. More about molecules. This is an example of molecule of water, in which 2 hydrogen atoms are chemically bonded to oxygen. And this is the molecule of methane, which is present in our natural gas, which is used in the cooking purposes in the kitchen. Methane composed of 1 carbon atom chemically bonded with 4 hydrogen atoms. Now we will go in detail. The molecules are classified further on the basis of their composition. Inert gases, or the elements which are present in group 8, which is also called as zero group of the periodic table, these elements are very stable and they do not bother to react, so they live alone, and their molecule consists of only one atom. As the whole unit, or this indivisible and independently existing unit, consists of only one atom, it is called as monoatomic. Next, when a molecule consists of two atoms, such as hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, and many more gases, one unit consists of two atoms, then it is called as diatomic. Then triatomic. Tri means three. And when a molecule consists of different kinds of atoms, they are called as heteroatomic molecules. Now we will cover when atom reacts, gains or lose electron, maybe gain or lose electron, it becomes ionized. An atom is the smallest particle of an element, but ion is the smallest particle of an ionic compound. Atoms can or cannot exist independently, and they take part in a chemical reaction on the basis of their reactivity, and they are electrically neutral. But when atoms are ionized, they cannot exist independently because of their high reactivity, and they are charged. There are two possibilities: that atom can gain electron to make its anion, and atom can lose its electron to make a cation. Again, the same debate. Then a molecule and a molecular ion. The molecule is the smallest unit of chemically and the molecule is a neutral unit and a stable one. But the molecular ion, when molecule reacts, it gets positive or negative charge on its fragment. When it gains or loses electrons, it becomes very reactive. Then it becomes a molecular ion. For example, when a molecule of nitric acid, that's nitric acid, a very well-known acid, strong mineral acid, when it reacts, it loses a proton and forms a nitrate ion. As the whole molecular fragment is ionized with a negative sign, it becomes a molecular ion. Now, last topic is free radicals. Whenever a bond is formed, it is due to combination of two electrons or electronic pair. When a bond is broken homolytically, both of the electrons go to the bonding atoms, and in this kind of bond cleavage, the atoms or the group of atoms possess odd or unpaired number of electrons, which are called as free radicals, and they are highly reactive species because in this condition they go in their atomic levels. For example, the chlorination of methane is a kind of free radical reactions in which a bond between chlorine molecule is broken down homolytically to form a species having odd number of electrons in them, which are called as free radical, and the reaction proceeds on its own, which is called as a chain reaction. Now, today's home task is taken from your textbook. Please think about it. If you are not clear about the concepts, you can get help from the textbook. Read the topic thoroughly and write down the answers of today's assignment. Thank you. God bless you, class.